Czy masz odwagę powiedzieć żonom, i stałem tam, gdzie stało domo?
Welcome guys, and this is a summary of pizza from the floor. Because in the floor, as you know, there will be 4 types of pizza. First of them, there's a pepperoni pizza. The second is a margherita pizza. The third one is a capricciosa pizza. And the fourth version is quattro fromage pizza. I've tried all of them later in the winter, in February 2025. And now, in May 2025, I've tried it again, because there's a different perception of a taste when it's cold and dark, like in February, and different when it's warm and sunny, like in May. So I've tried all 4 types of pizza, and I've also asked my friend, who also tried all 4 types of pizza, to tell you their opinion. And my favorite one pizza from all pizzas of the world, this is frutti di mare, as they call it in Italy, or pizza de mar, as it's called in Spain. So in Italy it will be called pizza frutti di mare, and in Spain it will be pizza de mar. But it is the same pizza with the in this Mediterranean taste, pizza in the Mediterranean taste with seafood. With a lot of seafood and this beautiful light taste, when it's 40 degrees Celsius or 110 degrees Fahrenheit, it will taste great and it will be fresh and good, and you can eat it with sangria, with white wine, or with a Coke. And it tastes great, especially when it's very, very hot. And it's absolutely wonderful type of pizza. And that's the best pizza I've ever found in the world, and my favorite one. The second, which is my favorite one from all pizzerias, that's pizza capricciosa. When you have the Mediterranean ham, when you have some little seafood, it's also light and nice. But here, from that 4 type of pizza from the floor, my favorite one is a pizza pepperoni. Why? Because in a pizza margherita and a pizza quattro fromage, you have mostly cheese. In the first one, you have standard cheese. In margherita, in a quattro fromage, you have 4 types of cheese. In pepperoni, you have this pepperoni sausage. There's a slice of pepperoni sausage on the top of the pizza, and it gives the pizza pepperoni the best taste. Capricciosa is a really wonderful pizza, but if it's made by pizzaiolo, it's a fresh pizza. When it's a frozen pizza, like from the floor, it's not that great, but it's still a very good type of pizza, capricciosa, but it's not the best one. From a childhood, when I went to elementary school, I remember the pizza margherita. It was the cheapest type of pizza made from by pizzaiolo, and it was very popular for the kids on a long break in a school, just about when it's the time for a lunch to order it, because we have a half-hour break between lessons, and on that break, we ordered the pizza. At that time, it was the price of about €4. But, of course, when I went to elementary school, the euros haven't existed. We had a Deutsche Mark, which was a previous currency, because before 2002, in each European member state of European Union, we had a different currency. There was a Deutsche Mark in Germany, there was a franc in France, there was a guldens in the Netherlands, and many other. From 2002, we have one currency which is called euro. And the thing is that if you compare to the current currency, from Deutsche Mark to a euro, the price was about €4. Then it was about 9 Deutsche Mark. When I went to the first grade, it was about 8. When I went to a last grade, it was more about 10, of course. But the thing is that it was the cheapest available type of pizza for a student for student pocket. And then we need to talk about this whole situation that now these €4, if we compare with the rise of price and everything, that would be about €25. From a 4 to 25. So you can find this is sometimes like 5 times more. From even €10 or 20 Deutsche Mark like that, you could buy the food from a store and other things you need for the value of the €50 now. So that 20 Deutsche Mark, it was about also a lot of money at this moment. And I remember when I went to a first school trip, and I've got from my parents 35 Deutsche Mark just to buy souvenirs. So compare that multiple by 5, so it's almost €200 now. So that 35 Deutsche Mark was a lot of money at that moment. I remember my friend who had 50 Deutsche Mark for souvenirs from the parents at that time, and he was like a king of the life. 50 Deutsche Mark, when you can go to Aldi store and buy some chips, some snacks, what you want, chocolate, soda, Coke, 7-Up, or other drinks, you could buy for about 150 Deutsche Mark. So it was if you compare to 50, it was such a lot of money. Yeah. But I remember from a time from elementary school that on a long break when we have 30 minutes, we got a pizza. It was the thing that there was no cell phones at the time, inevitable price. It was middle of the 1990s. And what we used to do, we used that standard phone for a coins or for a card, the public phone. We called them one break before, so one lesson before, which was about 1 hour before. We called the pizzeria and asked them that we want 7 pieces of margarita from a 7 person, and in 1 hour we'll collect them from an entrance in the store. And then we went to a security guy who worked for the school. We gave them the money, so we collected money from our students, and we gave total amount of that money to a security guy who went there and received our pizza. And on the next break, we went to the security guy to get this pizza. This was a really great time of my life in a school. Unfortunately, there was no time. There was no YouTube at the moment, and there was no cell phones. So we are not talking about no smartphones, but even no cell phones. So would be the problem. So because it was about 1994, 1995. So we students we haven't had cell phones because it was our first cell phones in Germany from D2 and D1, but they were very expensive. And I remember that my father had got one cell phone, and even my mother, who worked as a teacher, she haven't got a phone. So it was that time. It was in the middle of 1990s, but in the 1999 there was a start of the prepaid service, and all of students bought cell phones. So we had to go to some pawn shop and get the cell phones, really cheap cell phones. We used one cell phones for I remember the price. I remember that my first cell phone, it was the price of €25 if you compare it to now. €25. It was about 50 Deutsche Mark, and I paid 50 Mark, West Mark, to get a used cell phone, which was Siemens S6 PCN, which was for on upper frequency. Siemens S6 PCN, and I remember that I paid 50. It was 50 Mark for a phone and 25 Mark for a SIM card with activation in the prepaid subscription here, 25 euro in 1999. So 25 for activation, yeah. Crazy time. As I remember, yeah. A long time ago, but and I remember my first smartphone, which came in 2006 or 2007, when I grew up from a high school. But it's not about that. We're talking about the pizza, but the pizza margherita. This is the reason why I like pizza margherita. Because this is my memory, my remembers, what I remember from an elementary school. So this is important part of that, and not about the phones, but the story how we ordered pizza to a school. So this is the reason why I have margherita in my head. The second thing is why I love pepperoni, because it's all about that sausage. I love pepperoni sausage. It is the best taste. And when I like the pizza capricciosa, it's all about the seafood, and this is. And on top of the top is the pizza de mare, frutti di mare. It's also about seafood and about the holiday. But if you compare 4 types of pizza available in the floor, I would recommend the pizza pepperoni as the first one, pizza margherita as the second, pizza capricciosa as the third, and a pizza quattro fromage as the fourth. Thanks guys for watching, and I'm gonna catch you later.
Ty co kobiety chciałbyś zniewolić, pozbawić chciałbyś niewolnej woli. Rządzie biskupie, do was to mówię, wstydzi się was dziś kraj. Nie płaczcie siostry, ducha nie traćcie, uwierzcie w naszą wygraną w walce. Uwierzcie w to, że już niedługo piękniejszy będzie kraj.